But, there's a part of me that thinks, well, I wonder if you're going to tour on Faster Than a Bullet. But wait a minute, you're a mom, and I don't want you to tour. But wait a minute, I'm a fan, so I want you to tour. So,
yeah.
Well,
I have that. I mean, I have that same struggle of I love to perform, but I also love being with my kids. I love to perform. I love being with my kids. And so I have made a very open commitment to God about opportunities to perform. I am so not opposed to at all. I'm not a anti-touring artist, but I don't really chase after or seek it out. And when it is offered to me to do something, it really has to make sense for my family, or it's just overall. So I think, not to over spiritualize this, but God's been really faithful to provide things like usages in film and television and movies.
Right.
I mean, film, television, and commercials. That's what I meant to say. Film, television, commercials, and on other artists' records and things like that, and collaborations. Like even in the dance market, like anything I collaborate on, they're out playing shows and playing that song live, and I'm not even there. For instance, Paul Van Dyke, and I'm still getting an income from that because of my participation. And so I have several different means, and radio, of course, playing the singles, but I have several means of income that way without actually having to get in a van and a trailer and be gone from my children.
Right.
And so I think that commitment that I made to God, I've just said, I really want to be faithful with my gift that you gave me, but I also know that you don't want me to be away from my kids all the time. And so I just recently, I don't know if it's happening, but it was just offered, they're trying to work out some details for me and a couple of other artists to go together and do about 15 dates together over the course of 5 or 6 weeks, where they're over the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a bus, and so I could kind of alternate different ones of my kids that they could come out. And so but it wouldn't be like a lifestyle. It would be basically trying to go to the key radio markets that are being so embracing of the single, and some of the major cities, and trying to cover a good 15
right.
of them, as opposed to wanting to do a 50 city tour or do a
Sure.
200 cities something or other, and being able to go to the festivals. And those are usually kind of one-offs where you can kind of actually take your whole family and go do the festival and come home, and
Right.
and just not making being away from them a way of life, but being still willing to do things that make sense. So I am willing and planning to tour, but just not.
Hey, thanks a ton for the time.
You are so welcome.